Hey y'all, it's Doris with Meals Made Easy with Doris. And what I'm going to be making now is a buttermilk custard pie. And so I'm going to put that together. I've got my little toaster oven heating up at 350, preheating. And so we're going to get started. Okay, the first thing I need to do is I need a cup of sugar. So I'm going to get me a cup of sugar out of my little container here. Make sure I got a cup. I'll pour that in there just a teeny bit more. Okay, and sit that out of the way. Get my container out of the way. And then tells me I need 2 tablespoons of self-rising flour. So I'm going to reach over here and get 1 tablespoon and 2 tablespoons. Kind of heaping. Cover my flour back up, move that out of the way. Okay, the next thing it says I need is a 1/2 cup of buttermilk. And so I've got my buttermilk here. 1/2 cup. I'm going to pour that in there. Get that out of the way. Find me a spatula here so I can scoop all my little buttermilk out. Oops. I can splash it on anything. Okay, so there's my buttermilk. Let me get my, what do I do with it? Oh, I don't even know. I'll just use this here. Okay, so I'm going to mix this up. Okay, and I'm using that little Danish whisk. It does work really well, but they advertise it on Facebook. I've seen it, but you can buy 2 off of Amazon for less than what you pay for that one, 60% off on Facebook. So I actually ended up getting 2 of them for like less than $15. So I've mixed up my sugar, my buttermilk, and my flour. And now it tells me to add 2 eggs. And so what I started doing is I let my eggs get to room temperature. Mix my eggs right there. Okay. And I'm going to be using a 9-inch deep dish pie crust. So I'm going to beat my eggs up in here. Mix them up really well. And this actually, to me, I like this Dutch or Danish whisk, whatever it is, much, much better than I do the regular whisk. Even though I do have several of the regular whisks in different sizes, this here, I just really like it. Does a great job. Okay, so now it is telling me to add a tablespoon of vanilla. So I'm going to add my tablespoon. That seems like a lot. That's what it says, so that's what I'm doing. Tablespoon of vanilla. And I'm going to stir that around again. Okay. And this is a buttermilk pie. It's like a custard. And I love custards, egg custards, any kind of custard pie. So I guess my favorite kind of cake pie would be Boston cream. If I had to choose a Boston cream, whatever. Because it's more like a cake than a pie. Okay, now what it's telling me to do is to add, and I have real butter here. Don't use the margarine and stuff like that when I'm cooking. I might put some on a corner on the cob or something, but I just got in the habit of buying butter, and so that's what I do. So we're going to do 2 tablespoons of soft butter. So I'm going to drop that in there. Alright. Now whisk that around. Mix it really, 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 really good. I probably should be using a handheld mixer, but oh well. This will work just fine. Now something I'm going to do that isn't our part of the recipe, just for a little bit of different flavor, is this is a 1/4 teaspoon. And I'm just going to use a hair less than a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. Just for the flavor. And I'm also just going to use a little bit of cinnamon powder. And did you know that cinnamon's actually really good for you? So I'm gonna put a little cinnamon in there. Especially if you are diabetic or anything like that, like me, cinnamon is very good for you. It helps with regulating your blood sugar and stuff like that. So, I'm stirring all of this up, and I may have to actually go to my other whisk, but I'm going to try to just use this. Let me see here. I'm going to go over here and get this little whisk. See if I can get my butter mixed up a lot better in there. So this has to bake at 350 for about 45 minutes to an hour. And so you need to keep a check on it after that, about 45 minutes, because you want it to jiggle and it'll be done. But you don't want it jiggling a lot. So you want to just barely, when you shake it kind of, just to have a touch of a little bit of a jiggle. That way you know it'll be done. So, and basically this is all you have to do. Now I was going to add some coconut, but because I don't have any in here with me, it's in the pantry, I'm not going to add coconut this time. My pot of beans are done. Actually, I need to stir those. So my pinto beans are done. We'll go ahead and turn them off. I've got some cracked chicken in the crock pot. I have leftover crock pot chicken pot pie with mixed vegetables. And then this, and then I'm making me some more cornbread. I tried a new cornmeal, the yellow cornmeal mix, and it's not the normal brand that I use, and so I'm not real happy with the first cornbread that I made, so I'm going to try it again and do something a little bit different. Alright, so I think I got that mixed in there pretty good. This is what it looks like if you can see it. Just, I don't know if you can see it or not. But I'm going to pour it into my deep dish, pie dish, and it's going to be pretty darn near full, which is a good thing. I'll scrape out the rest of this with my scooper, my little spatula here. And I'm using a Pampered Chef mixing bowl, or whatever you want to call it, measuring bowl. I love this thing. I'm not promoting other companies, but I'm just telling you, if it works for me, then I want to share the good news with anybody else. I use a lot of Tupperware. I do Kitchenese mixes, of course, and I do my live shows with those. This is actually a recipe. I don't know if you've heard of her or follow her, but Brenda Gant. She's from Andalusia, Alabama. She does a little cooking show. Real nice, sweet lady. Does all kinds of country cooking, gives some great ideas. I just love her. There's some others that I like to watch as well. But I love custard pies. And I'm going to give this one a shot. So I'm going to put it in the oven. And in about 45 minutes to an hour, I'll take it out and I'll let you see it. Okay? Thanks, y'all. Bye.